of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. It's about to get real ugly and not for me.
I always felt like anything I say, people gonna say I'm talking about her. Anything she say, people gonna say I'm talking.
Welcome to Elite Celeb. Claressa is making sure Remy knows exactly where she stands. She's done watching from the sidelines and has stepped right into the mix, ready for whatever comes next. If you've been following this situation, you already know that Remy Ma and Papoose's supposedly perfect love story has been falling apart for months. There were once relationship goals, but now it's looking sour. Claressa Shields is not playing, and things are getting really messy between her and Papoose. It's like a complete catastrophe. Things got really shaky after rumors surfaced that Remy had been unfaithful, and Papoose made it clear he was done playing games. Just when it seemed like he was ready to move on, guess who had something to say? Remy Ma. She started throwing shots, making it obvious she wasn't happy about Papoose's new situation. Remy's been acting unbothered, but deep down, she's furious. She's been throwing shade at Papoose and making subtle digs that show she clearly disapproves of his new connection.
Who cooks better than me or Pap? Pap can't cook nothing. Like, he made an egg like 10 years ago, a scrambled egg, and was like, you would have thought he hit the Powerball, like the way he was acting.
But here's the thing. When Claressa Shields caught wind of Remy's shady comments, she immediately went into overdrive, making it clear she wasn't about to tolerate Remy's wild outbursts. Claressa clapped back with a message that had everyone talking. Watch your mouth before you catch these hands.
Y'all see what's going on? It's about to get ugly.
It's about to get real ugly and not for me.
There's all this talk about you and rapper Papoose being in some sort of secret relationship while he's still married to Remy Ma. She put some stuff out on the internet. Give me your words and your description of what's really going on.
They got to figure that out over there. So it's not a thing of me having the issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my number. Okay. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever friend. He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home and stuff like that. Because that's not what happened.
Because that relationship was already over.
That was already over.
Okay.
So now that's their privacy and they didn't do that. But she's out with this guy parading around, whatever. So everybody knew that she was with this guy.
Now, this is where things start to get interesting because while Remy is out there being resentful, Claressa is standing her ground and making sure everyone knows she's not someone to mess with. Fans are already taking sides, with some claiming that Remy brought this on herself, while others think Papoose is moving on a bit too quickly. Everyone believed that Papoose and Remy Ma were inseparable, the epitome of true love, but now that the fairy tale is over, it's clear Claressa isn't afraid of Remy and won't be backing down anytime soon. When rumors surfaced that Remy wasn't being faithful, people started to look at her suspiciously. Remember, Papoose held her down for 6 years while she was incarcerated, remaining faithful, taking care of their family, and even marrying her while she was still in prison. Most people wouldn't even wait 6 months, but this man gave her 6 years of loyalty. And what did he get in return? The first major red flag was when Remy didn't even bother to wish Papoose a happy Father's Day. A man who stood by her side, raised their daughter, and was always there for her couldn't even get 5 seconds of acknowledgement. That's when people realized something was off. Papoose didn't say much, but his actions spoke louder than words. Instead of waiting for Remy to say something, he posted a family photo on Instagram with Remy nowhere to be seen, subtly telling the world that their supposedly happy marriage was over. Now that the truth is out, it's clear Remy wasn't as devoted as she led people to believe. The internet is dragging her, saying she got too comfortable thinking Papoose would always be there. But now that he's finally moving on, she's playing the victim. Fans are siding with Papoose, saying he deserves better. They're calling out Remy for fumbling a real one and being upset that she lost her safety net. And what's wild is that this is just the beginning of the drama. Remy is getting nasty, leaking private messages between Papoose and Claressa Shields instead of keeping things private. In one of the leaked messages, Claressa told Papoose, "You're the one who's married. If you can't even sleep on the phone with me or let me know you made it home safely, then what are we doing?" Remy thought this would expose Papoose, but it completely backfired. Instead of making him look shady, it made her look bitter. She's trying to twist the narrative, making it seem like Papoose was messing around with Claressa while they were still together. Remy even claimed she found the messages after Papoose fell asleep in her house while on the phone with Claressa. But here's where it gets wild. When Claressa saw what Remy was trying to do, she snapped back, putting Remy on full blast. Instead of just denying anything shady with Papoose, Claressa flipped the script and accused Remy of cheating first.
So it was a private situation and a private understanding of what was going on, and I respected that. You know what I'm saying? And I also know the facts.
Okay.
I know the facts of it. So it's not like, oh, this is a happy home and I'm just trying to steal somebody's man. That's not it. His private business is his private business, so I can't tell him to, oh, you should have told everybody. Like,
What?
no.
You letting him handle it the way he wants to
How
handle
you
it.
gonna handle it? Now, I don't know why she just came with all this energy instead of toward me. I don't get it because they weren't together.
Okay.
And you already have someone or two.
But they're living in the same home, so
Yes.
that makes things a little different.
You live in the same home and you still got your situation over here though. You're still doing your thing. He's doing his thing. What's the issue?
And not just once, but several times. She essentially told them not to try to play the victim when they were moving foul the entire time. Let's face it, this is exactly what people expected from Remy. Rather than taking responsibility for her own errors, she's attempting to paint Papoose as the guilty party when, in fact, he was likely just fed up with being treated disrespectfully. After Remy revealed those texts, Papoose went out and corrected the record, stating that he had been requesting a divorce for some time, but Remy was unable to handle it. Papoose has always been quiet in private and never wanted to share his problems online, but even he couldn't keep silent after this. The internet is watching to see what happens next because Remy just opened a can of worms. She may not be able to help herself because she thought she was exposing Papoose, but instead, she just made herself look desperate and messy. With Claressa standing on her own 2 feet, it looks like Remy may have picked the fight she can't win. As an adult, he also made it clear that she was the one who messed up first. After remaining silent for a while, Papoose is now placing everything on the table.
Fighting over no man. You know, I'm just not doing that. So he put out his statement and said what he said, and you can take it for what you want to take it for.
What was that statement for those that don't know?
It was just, he moved on.
They moved on.
And she's angry about that.
Right.
So
she
People have been wondering what actually happened between him and Remy for months, and now that he's finally speaking the truth, it's obvious he's had enough. He recently declared that he's done with Remy permanently and has been attempting to get a divorce, but she won't sign the paperwork. Now, the internet is wondering what's really going on with Remy, because if she's the one who claims Papoose moved on too quickly, why won't she just end the relationship and let him go? Papoose posted a depressing message on Instagram stating, "Remy is a narcissist who has cheated on me multiple times. Now that I've moved on, she's acting like the victim. I've asked for a divorce multiple times, but she has refused to act like an adult in this situation. I didn't want to go public for my daughter's sake, but I've had enough." That statement alone disproved all of Remy's justifications because, up until now, she had been acting as though Papoose had abandoned her at random. However, Papoose is now saying, "Nope, I was trying to make this official, and you're the one holding it up." Additionally, Remy has been moving shady for some time, and last year, when rumors surfaced about her becoming too close to battle rapper Easy the Block Captain, people began to doubt her loyalty to Papoose. She initially attempted to downplay it by pretending it was nothing serious. But as more people began to look into it, it became more apparent, and now it's far more logical. If Papoose was already attempting to divorce her, perhaps it was because he was aware of her actions. What really convinced people to support Papoose was that he has always been quiet and respectful. He has never sought attention on social media. Even when the rumors about Remy surfaced, he remained silent. However, now he has reached a point where he is finished protecting her reputation and is prepared to move on with his life, which is precisely why Remy is panicking. She's realizing for the first time that Papoose is truly gone. The internet is wondering if this is the end of Papoose and Remy Ma. It seems like Remy will continue to drag this out because it appears that Papoose has finished waiting, and once he makes up his mind, there's no turning back. Easy the block captain eventually spoke up, and his revelation made the entire scenario even messier. For months, people speculated that Remy Ma and Easy were involved in something, but now it appears that he knew about it the entire time. Easy even claims that Papoose was already suspicious and was secretly listening in on Remy's conversations. He then dropped a bombshell, claiming that Papoose had been spying on Remy for some time, which is how he learned about everything. He even claimed that Papoose had bugged Remy's car. The internet is going crazy because this isn't just a messy breakup. This is next-level drama. Easy also claimed that Papoose never confronted him directly, but started acting strangely. At first, he thought it was just industry politics, but now that he has proof, he realizes that Papoose had been watching everything from the sidelines, just waiting to catch Remy slipping. Papoose allegedly recorded her conversations in his car because he knew she was acting funny. That's a whole new level of drama. People are now wondering how long this has actually been going on, as this is becoming a full-blown scandal. If Papoose was already recording Remy's conversations, then he had reason to suspect something for some time, and if that's the case, Remy may have been playing both sides for longer than anyone believed. Some fans are claiming that Papoose was wise to protect himself. Others believe that instead of spying, Papoose should have simply left. But in the end, he received the validation he needed, and now he is moving on with his life. Based on the current situation, it looks like Remy Ma is the only one still hanging on.